We'll be checking out defending UK nukes.
Echo X-ray 18, Foxtrot Yankee Mike, stand by, stand by. Oh, police! Show me your hands!
And British like
Oh, police, stay where you are! Don't move, stay where you are! Stay where you are! Stay where you are! Keep your hands where I can see them, do not move, stay where you are!
They're not military police.
I think the NDP's one of the best kept secrets, to be honest. You see a police car go by, you don't look at that closely at the badge on the door.
I don't think it's widely understood what the force actually does and what capabilities it has.
Put your hands on your head and lock your fingers.
The Ministry of Defence Police, or MDP, are a unique civilian police force, providing policing and protection for people, key sites and assets for the MOD. The force consists of around 3,000 officers spread across the country, protecting everything defence-related, from married quarters to nuclear submarines. For the national security of the United Kingdom, they are critical. Although it's not immediately obvious that these are not the regular police, there's one key difference. The MDP carry firearms.
Before we start, any reason why you shouldn't be armed this morning?
We recently checked out the teenage guy with the firearm. So in such situation, these are the policemen that call.
I don't think so. I still don't think so, because the way they refer to them, right? They are the ones that protect when they say
It says civilians.
married something, right? And sensitive sites, right?
Yeah.
When I had married something, I'm thinking maybe the people that are married into military officers.
No, they
kind
say
of like
marine submarines.
Okay, so no, is this submarine? They
They didn't
say.
mention anything as.
Oh,
Should
I
we
thought
go
they
back
said-
so we get this
I
clear?
feel like we should.
Let's present
I feel like we're
this
going
out,
back these days a lot, and I don't want to miss any.
No, we do not even need to,
okay.
because we're learning.
I think I.
Protecting everything defence-related, from married quarters to nuclear
married
submarines.
quarters.
For the national
Nuclear
security of
submarines.
the United
That's what
Kingdom.
I was like thinking. I was assuming that was me. I concluded it as married quarters, like you know the way people that marry people that are in the military.
I don't think it can't be. It can't be.
That's by civilian.
Please help us down there. Yeah, I think we are modeling what that actually means. Tell us in the comment section.
Like it's so funny the way I'm actually defining
In
it.
a very layman language, they married to the. What the hell, bro?
I had married. I had quarters.
They are
Sorry
critical.
for that explanation.
Although it's not immediately obvious that these are not the regular police, there's one key difference. The MDP carry firearms.
Before we start, any reason why you shouldn't be armed this morning?
No, all good.
1X2, 1 Glock, 1 C8.
Wow.
Officers are armed with the Colt C8 as their primary weapon system, plus magazines. The Glock 17 Gen 5 is their secondary weapon system, magazines on the belt, a Taser X2 and battery pack, also wired up beneath the body armour to a camera on the head. They also carry baton, handcuffs and incapacitant spray, like the regular police force.
All armed officers carry an array of equipment which provides them with various options from their voice and their own demeanour and their way of negotiating with a person. That's one way of diffusing a situation, right up to the other end of the scale, which is the recourse to lethal force.
Stay where you are.
Police officer, a taser! You've got 50,000 volts pointing right at you. You've got 2 red dots on your chest. Look at them now. Do not make any sudden movement. Okay, mate. Look at your chest, see the 2 red dots.
We're civilian police officers. You know, we're not above the law. We're working under the Queen's peace, not in a war zone.
Former Navy man Russ is a firearms instructor.
What most police fails to understand, they are not above the law. And it tells well like why they always behave the way they behave, like really, really calm, subtle, harsh when they need to be, and just well put together in essence. And to be honest, I love this part. I love the British police officers, because seeing there's division to people that can carry firearms and people that, because I know they will go through a lot of training for people with firearms to know how to escalate situation with peace and before firing or
This remind me of something, right? If you remember, there was a day we were driving that we did not actually beat the traffic, right? But the officer insisted that we beat the traffic. Cited me, everything like that. I said no problem. I let it go. Now, only for I think a week later, I saw a police van
beating traffic.
Beating traffic, like literally beating.
They feel like over here. They feel like they are above the law.
Do you understand? Now, mind you, I was cited because I ran. I did not run a red light, but they insisted that I did, and because I didn't have any evidence to, prove it. I just said I just had to take the ticket like that. So this is when I hear words like this, it gives me. I said to myself, "Bob, the day I start respecting our officers, like they showed here, is when they start wearing that cam."
Yeah.
Do you understand? When they start wearing that cam, at least I know that everything is being recorded.
Evidence.
That is when I will start loving and respecting them. Just the way I love these guys. The way they are equipped. Okay, at least even if they want to do something bad, it will be recorded. Evidence will be there. It's amazing when you see people
Today,
progress.
he's playing the role of an armed subject, which he says is essential for instructors to see close up where students go wrong. Although there are similarities with his previous military career, there are also distinct differences.
When I was serving in the armed forces, we had rules of engagement cards that basically said what you could and couldn't do, when you could shoot and when you couldn't. When I joined the MDP, the decision to fire or not was down to the police officer on the ground. And if you can imagine the police officer, whether they decide to shoot or not in that split second, will be pulled over by a court or whatever for however long it takes. If we think it's necessary to fire a shot, we fire one shot, we reassess. If the threat's still there and the shot's still justified, have a follow-up shot.
You're in the room! Come to the door!
As soon as the threat is neutralised, and we're happy that everyone's safe, the threat no longer exists, then we become the carers.
So the next tactic we're going to show you is a 2-vehicle contain and call out. We've got one subject vehicle, a white van, with one white subject inside. He's been known to carrying firearms. We're going to do our best to stop that vehicle, contain it with the police vehicles, and then try and talk him out of the vehicle. What's actually going to happen, he's a very, very angry white male in that van. He's going to get out, point a gun at our subject, our officers, and they are going to hopefully use some form of force to stop that. If it all goes correctly, this should be a shoot scenario, and then we'll go on to a bit of first aid afterwards.
Oh, police, show me your hand!
Back off! Back off!
Now! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Okay, what we got on that wound?
And they give you care.
Gunshot wounds, yeah. We get an ambulance coming.
If we turn up and we use excess force before...
There's a reason why you guys are more civilized than we are, to be honest.
If you guys follow up on our news,
They're not shooting to kill you, they're just shooting to destabilize you, and they give you a first aid immediately.
If you follow our news, there was this recent news. Now, I'm not supporting any individual in this thing I'm about to say, right? There was this specific news where I think a father carried his son or something like that. I think he ran a red light and stuff like that. And by mistake, fires were shot. The kid that was in the car was hit and stuff like that. When I was watching the video, aside from everything that was going on, there was one thing I noticed which was disheartening to me. Nobody was rendering aid
to the child.
Kid. Nobody. Let's forget who is right or who is wrong at that particular moment. The first thing I felt like everyone should have done is, apply first aid. Apply some kind of, aid to that kid. Or at the very least, rush the kid to the nearest hospital. It's so disheartening.
Sort of one side,
like I said,
if we don't use enough force and somebody gets shot or seriously injured, then we'll be criticised either way. So we really do walk that knife edge.
Exercise, command. Contact, front!
There you are, get back.
We're looking after infrastructure that, if in the wrong hands of the wrong people, could be detrimental to the world.
If you can imagine atomic weapons establishments, Clyde submarine bases are policed by armed MOD police officers. If they were compromised, that would affect the whole, the national security of the UK. So, yeah, it's critical.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget...
There are some videos you watch, you just be like, God, why am I not staying in this kind of places? Now,
why are we not even civilized? Because we are all humans, but why are we so different at heart? Because to see, okay, I get the whole concept of the video, but to see, okay, these people, they shoot in the places that is not really vital, and immediately they're giving first aid. Is like, wow. Over here they don't even know which part. I don't even think the police know which part is vital in the body. They just open.
That's the thing. I
They are
think
not trained.
proper training would enhance that.
I like the fact that some specific police officers has the right to own firearm, because I feel like it's not everybody that can manage firearm with, you know, some certain level of anger or some personal issues. I love the differentiation between, you know,
the two.
The two.
And do you know? Sorry, I want to point out something. Right, in as much as we have the bad cops sometimes over here, there are some certain few good ones. Just that, unbelievably, the bad ones are much larger, and we're hoping that they change that.
Please let me know what you think about this in the comment section. This is really impressive, and a big shout out, always a big shout out to the UK police. You guys are, we want to have you guys here. See you guys on our next one.